Good day mga kamatiniks. Once again, this is Sir J, and for today's topic, I am going to discuss to you about division of polynomials using synthetic division method. Okay, so let's have example number 1. Negative 4x plus 11x squared plus 6x cubed minus 9 divided by x plus 2. So it is very important that you must arrange both the dividend and the divisor in descending powers of x. Meaning, i-arrange mo sila in its standard form. Okay? So dapat naka-standard form both yung ating dividend and divisor. So, ang standard form ng ating dividend ay 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 4x minus 9 divided by, kopyahin mo lang itong divisor natin na x plus 2. Naka-arrange naman na yan in descending powers of x. Or naka-standard form na yan. So, yan yung ating divisor, which is the d of x. And here's the dividend, which is the p of x. Okay? So, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so i-apply natin yung addition property of equality by adding negative 2 both sides. So, x is equal to negative 2. Ayan. So, hahanapin natin yung value ng x ng ating divisor, which is x equals negative 2. So, ito ngayon yung ating divisor, si negative 2. Ayan. And then, arrange the coefficients of the dividend, yung ating p of x, in descending powers of x. Write them in the first row. Okay? So, we have 6, 11, negative 4, negative 9. Ayan. And then, the leading coefficient becomes the first entry of the third row. So, meaning, ang ating leading coefficient ay itong 6. I-bring down mo lang si 6. Ayan. And then, 6 times negative 2, i-multiply mo to, itong 6, at saka itong ating negative 2, itong ating initial quotient. Okay? So, 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. 11 plus negative 12 is negative 1. Then negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. Negative 4 plus positive 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 9 plus positive 4 is negative 5. Okay, so ito yung ating quotient. Itong 6, negative 1, and negative 2. At itong negative 5 naman is our remainder or r of x. Okay? So kapag isusulat na natin siya, remember, kapag isusulat na natin siya into our final answer, ito yung ating form. P of x over d of x equals q of x plus r of x over d of x. So 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 4x minus 9 all over x plus 2 is equal to 6x squared. Okay, mag-minus ka lang ng 1 dito sa ating coefficient. Diba dito, x cubed. So, sa ating quotient, magiging 6x squared na yan. 6x squared, sunod-sunod na. And then, ito ay negative x, then negative 2, minus 2. Minus the remainder, 5 over x plus 2. Okay, so r of x over d of x. So, ano ba yung ating d of x? Si x plus 2. So, ang remainder natin na negative 5 over d of x, which is x plus 2. Okay? Now, let's proceed. Ito yung ating yung ating final answer. Okay, let's proceed to number 2. 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8 divided by x plus 2. So, write both the dividend and the divisor into its standard form. Okay, so meaning, dapat naka-arrange siya in descending powers of x. Okay, dito as you observe in number 2, yung ating dividend ay naka-arrange na yan into its standard form. Subalit, kulang yung ating term dito. So maglagay ka na lang ng 0 as a placeholder. Okay? So 3x cubed plus 4x squared, maglagay ka na lang dito ng 0x as a placeholder para sunod-sunod yung ating term, yung ating yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating powers of x. Plus 8 divided by x plus 2. Okay, so isulat na natin siya. Arrange the coefficient na of the dividend in descending powers of x. So mauuna si 3, but first, hanapin muna natin yung value ni x. Again, ito yung ating divisor. Ito yung ating dividend, si p of x. Hanapin natin yung value ng x ng ating divisor. So applying the addition property of equality, so adding -2 both sides. So, x is equal to -2. Then, kopyahin mo yung -2 as our divisor and arrange the coefficients of the dividend in descending powers of x. So, si 3, si 4, 0, and 8. Okay, then divide na. Bring down yung ating leading coefficient, which is 3. Okay, so yan yung ating first entry dito sa third row. Yan, si 3. Yan yung ating initial quotient. Then 3 times -2 is -6. 4 plus -6 is -2. -2 times -2 is +4. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 times -2 is -8. So therefore, 8 plus -8 is 0. So yung ating quotient is ito, 3, -2, and 4. That's our quotient. And then yung ating remainder ay si 0. So, meaning 0 yung ating remainder, yung ating r of x. So, yung ating final answer, isulat natin into this form. Isulat natin into this form yung ating final answer. P of x over d of x equals q of x plus r of x over d of x. Ayan. So, P of x is 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8 all over x plus 2 equals yung ating quotient which is 3x squared. Okay, di ba yung ating dividend ay cube? Ito cube to. Okay, wait ha for a while. Okay, di ba ito ay cube? So mag-minus 1 ka lang sa ating power dito sa ating quotient. So kung ito cube, ito magiging x squared na. So 3x squared, sunod-sunod na yan. 3x squared, then 2x, tapos yung constant which is 4. Yung remainder natin dito ay 0. So, yung ating final answer is 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8 over x plus 2 equals 3x squared minus 2x plus 4. Wala na tayong remainder dito dahil 0 naman yung ating remainder. Di na kailangang isulat. So, ito ngayon yung ating final answer. Okay, I hope naintindihan ninyo yung ating example 1 and example 2. So, let's proceed to example number 3. Okay, so we have 30x raised to 5 minus 50x raised to 4 minus 21x squared minus 29x minus 8 divided by 3x plus 3x minus 5. So, C to 8 na naka-arrange na siya into its standard form, both the dividend and the divisor. So, dito class naka-arrange naman na siya, pero as we can observe dito sa ating dividend, kulang siya ng term, di ba? Kulang siya ng term. So maglagay na lang tayo ng 0x cube as a placeholder para kompleto yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating mga terms. So we have 30x raised to 5 minus 50x raised to 4 plus 0x cube kasi 0x cube yung wala dito sa ating dividend. So, maglagay na lang tayo ng 0x cube as a placeholder para kompleto yung ating terms. Minus 21x squared minus 29x minus 8 divided by 3x minus 5. Now, kunin natin yung value ng x ng ating divisor which is ito, yung 3x minus 5. So, 3x, ayan, yung ating divisor. Ito yung ating dividend. So, 3x minus 5 equals 0. So, adding positive 5 both sides. Adding positive 5 both sides. Application ng additional property of equality. So 3x minus 5 plus 5 equals 0 plus 5. And that is 3x equals 5. Divide both sides by 3. So x is equal to 5/3. Ito ngayon yung ating divisor, 5/3 fraction. Okay? So 5/3, yun yung ating divisor. Then, yung ating dividend naman is arrange the coefficients of the dividend in descending powers of x. So write them in the first row. So 30, negative 50, 0, negative 21, negative 29, negative 8. Baka magtaka kayo, sir, saan galing tong 30, negative 50, 0, negative 21, negative 29, negative 8? Dito yung galing. Ito yung mga coefficients ng ating dividend. Yan yung mga coefficients ng ating dividend. Isulat lang natin. So dapat class, kaya nga sabi ko kanina, sobrang importante na dapat naka-arrange na to in descending powers of x. Both the dividend and the divisor. Okay? At kapag kulang siya ng term, maglagay ka na lang ng 0, 0x. Dito, sa ating number 3, wala tayong x cube, di ba? 5, 4, 2 na agad, tapos 1. Okay, wala tayong cube. So, maglagay na lang tayo ng 0x cube as a placeholder para kompleto yung ating term. Okay? So that we can divide it easily. So, let's start na. I-bring down natin yung leading coefficient, which is 30. Then, 30 times 5 over 3. I-multiply mo lang to 30 times 5 over 3. So, ang gawin mo, pwede mong i-30 times 5. Okay, 30 times 5. So, that is 150. Divided by 3, that is 50. Ayan. Then, negative 50 plus 50 is 0. 0 times 5 over 3, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 times 5 over 3, 0. Then, negative 21 plus 0 is negative 21. Negative 21 times 5 over 3 is negative 35. Paano siya nangyaring negative 35? Okay, so negative 21 times 5. Di ba 5 over 3 yan? So, negative 21 times 5 is 105. Divided by 3 is 35. Negative 35. Okay? Negative 35. Then, negative 29 plus negative 35 is negative 64. Since magkapareho sila ng sign, i-add mo. Then, copy the sign, which is negative. So, negative 64 times 5 over 3. So, negative 64 times 5. Negative 64 times 5 is 320. Hindi siya divisible by 3. Okay? Hindi siya divisible by 3. So, kopyahin mo na lang yung ating negative 320 over 3. Then, tsaka mo sila i-add. Negative 8 plus negative 320 over 3 is negative 344 over 3. A-applyan mo yan ng LCD. Okay? So, ito yung ating quotient. And ito yung ating remainder. So, write our final answer in this form. Okay, so remember, ito yung, ganito natin isusulat yung ating final answer. P of x over d of x equals q of x plus r of x over d of x. So, our final answer is 30x raised to 5 minus 50x raised to 4 minus 21x squared minus 29x minus 8 all over 3x minus 5 equals, okay, magdi-divide tayo dito class ng 3, ha? We will divide it by 3. Itong ating quotient. Bakit magdi-divide tayo dyan ng 3? It's because tayo dito nag-divide both sides tayo ng 3 para makuha natin yung value ng x ng ating divisor. Hindi kasi x itong ating hindi 1 ang coefficient ng ating x dito sa ating divisor kundi 3. So kaya magdi-divide tayo ng 3 since ang kanyang coefficient ay 3. So, magdi-divide tayo dito sa ating quotient ng 3. Ayan. So, 30 divided by 3 is 10x raised to 4. 21 divided by 3 is 7x. So, minus 7x. Then, itong 64 divided by 3, hindi ito divisible by 3. So, kopyahin mo na lang. Minus 64 over 3 plus itong negative 344 over 3 times magiging 1 over 3x minus 5. So, 3 times 3x minus 5, 3 times 3x, 9x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. So, that's why it becomes negative 344 all over 9x minus 15. So, ito ngayon yung ating final answer. Yan yung ating final answer. 10x raised to 4 minus 7x minus 64 over 3 plus negative 344 all over 9x minus 15. Ayan, I hope na nag-gets ninyo itong ating synthetic division. Okay? So, ganyan lang siya, class. So, see you again sa ating next video lesson. Thank you for listening.